Whether bad or good, do you know how influential it is to say one word, have millions of people within your community talk about the fact that you said this one word, and then you disappear from the entire internet for 6 years, return those 6 years later, and then have everyone talking about you once again? All for the fact that you said one word, just one word, and that was it. That led to this very moment right now, because I am being serious. The missing Roblox YouTuber known as Corl from the Pals just returned. So yeah, let me rewind all the way back to I think it was early 2019, but for some reason I'm remembering 2018 as well. I really have no idea. But basically 5 or 6 years ago, I made a video about Corl being removed from the Pals and basically everything that was going on with that drama, I guess. And yeah, I still to this day have no idea why that got almost 1 million views. Like, it ended up being one of the most popular videos on my entire channel. Still no idea why. I would personally say that I've made better things, but here we are. Around a year ago, I think I made another video called Corl is Back, but with a question mark, because at that point we really had no idea whether or not it was really him, and apparently the Twitter account that we saw tweeting these things is not owned by him in any way, shape or form. So that's that answered from a year ago. But on that video specifically, 2 days ago, I got a comment saying, "You're not gonna believe what I am about to say." And I thought there is absolutely no way, because this was the only comment about this that I received. I thought, okay, this guy for some reason is just completely trolling me. But no, I went to check, and there was a few new posts from him on Instagram, and that's crazy because the last one that he posted was in July 2018, and now all of a sudden he posted this one from 3 days ago with like an entire few paragraphs basically apologizing. So to everyone calling this the good ending, I would probably agree, because I genuinely never expected this to happen, and I can probably say the same for everyone else that originally was talking about this 6 years ago. So to start, he said, "Hello everyone, I want to say that I am so grateful for everything you have given me. Being a YouTube creator was my dream as a kid, and I got to do it because of all of you. I am beyond grateful for all of the love and support throughout my journey online. I loved making videos, and I was privileged to be a role model for so many people." So seeing that, like the way that he started off with that, I really have no idea if he's truly returning for good, if he's gonna go back to making videos, if he's gonna do what he did before. No one really knows right now, because this is really all he posted was this, an apology and a picture of himself, I guess. Continuing, he said, "So it's sad that I misused my power and position to be rude to someone. I was really rude to Tiff, and I should have been so much kinder. As I get older, most of my regrets come from not being kind enough. So to everyone I was rude to, I am sorry from the bottom of my heart, and kindness is one of my primary considerations in life now. I'm sorry, Tiff, I should have been so much kinder to you." Okay, so first of all, I think because that last apology specifically is directed to the original person that he said cringe to, that's probably her apology to accept. But even then, I think all of us can kind of agree that there is really no need to apologize so deeply for something, first of all, that happened 6 years ago, and then second of all, he said one word. I know, because it was such a big drama and everyone was shocked at the time that it was happening. I think it was very much dramatized and exaggerated back then when it was happening, but right now, I think all of us have come so far and we've matured in one way or another. We can kind of say saying one word doesn't warrant this, and a disappearance for 6 years, I don't think that that was necessary, that he had to be kind of bullied out. I've grown so much in the last 6 years. More than anything, I want to be a kind person, serve my community, and be an actual role model for young people. It's hard to learn that one bad day can change people's perspectives on you forever, but it was a needed lesson for my growth, and I'm thankful that people held me accountable. Thank you. Keep holding people accountable. That's a very true lesson. Keep holding people accountable. But again, at the same time, he just admitted that he had a bad day. He said one word and then it led to this moment. And everything that happened in between this moment and the first moment and the 6 years that have now passed between them both. However, there are so many lies about me. I've had no input on my narrative or who I am. It's crazy what people have started saying or what websites online say. Some things online are not valid or true. I was so hurt by what people were saying about me, all the millions of people, that I shut down and left the internet. I wish I would have been able to speak then, but I was so impacted that I was unable to. I guess that kind of makes sense because I was just about to say, I feel like back when it happened, he could have taken a day and then come back, explained everything, apologised then, and everyone would have moved on. But the fact that he didn't obviously led to 6 years passing, and now the fact that he's suddenly returning being such big news right now. Again, I am so grateful and blessed for everything that happened to me. On the other hand, I am truly sorry for misusing my power to be rude to someone. I am so against that. I have so much love for all of you. Thank you. So this, again, it's just really the good ending. And I think it's especially true to say that now that 6 years have passed, everyone who was initially talking about this back then, talking about the drama, covering the drama, we've all grown and matured and everyone's different now, I think. So I don't think this is as big of a deal as it was back then. He said one word, he said cringe. People still quote it to this day, but it's probably not something that needs this big of an apology, but the fact that he did is definitely not a bad thing. And again, with the apologies specifically directed to the person that he said cringe to the person that he was rude to, I guess, she actually did post some kind of a thread on Twitter, and I think all in all, the main takeaway from this thread is that she forgives him, and she is saying that there was really no need to apologize, and that she's been saying this for years, that he has nothing to apologize for. And she just said things like, I just wish this was dealt with in private, and I think that is one of the biggest things, like, to this day that I still think about, the fact that he said one word and then was basically bullied off the entire internet for 6 years, when it could have really just been resolved privately. He could have gone apologised the next day or a few hours later, and that really would have been the end of that, and nobody would even be thinking about it today. Nobody would probably be quoting cringe with the sideways face today. Nobody would be making such big news about Corl returning because he wouldn't have disappeared for 6 years if all he did would have been DM this person and just apologise privately or resolve it privately, and that would have been it. And she also said, I was never angry at you. By the way, I would like to point out that this Twitter account, it's not owned by Corl. He did confirm that on Instagram. It's not him. It was never him, and I think that is one of the debunked things from the return that we talked about like a year ago. But she said, I was never angry at you. I was more angry at myself and how I handled the situation. I could have handled it better. I still speak so highly of you. That is amazing. The fact that she still doesn't think that he needs to apologise, and she still supports him, she still thinks highly of him, and I think that's just showing the fact that both sides have grown over the last few years or 6 years or whatever it's been, and everyone has matured. Like, there is really no reason, I would say, for either side to apologise. Nobody really did anything that should have warranted it to go this far in the first place. I don't think either side needs to apologise, and I mean, the only two parties that really should have been involved, being Corl and Tiff, they're over it. Like, it's done. The rest of the community, I think, at this point can finally put the whole cringe thing to rest. So I think that puts an end to that entire Corl saga. The whole cringe thing, the drama, everything is over. We have reached the conclusion. Like, he apologized, she said, okay, I forgive you, but there was nothing to apologize for, and that's the end of that. Again, I don't know if he's returning fully, but the speech, this paragraph that he posted on Instagram kind of makes it seem like he might be at least considering it, but I guess we have to wait and see. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about Corl finally returning, genuinely returning over 6 years later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.